Good morning. My name is Steve Schroeder with Smart Community Technologies, and we're going to run through in about 10-15 minutes a pretty amazing dashboard that we have for exclusive offer for the mobile apps for charities, clients, and partners. Exclusive capabilities, exclusive pricing so that we can help out nonprofits. You can see Dave Mullins will explain to you later, but I'll kind of walk through as to why this is a totally different communication or email dashboard than you would find pretty much anywhere. Normally, these kinds of things are tens of thousands of dollars, often millions of dollars in minimum. As an example, Dunkin' Donuts is sending out 700 million emails in the first quarter. So this kind of capability is really designed for big companies, but because of mobile apps, for charities and clients and partners, we are going to, you know, offer something special here for you guys, and so I'll walk you through that. So the first thing I want to do is, so you're just looking at it here, and here's what we can do. We're going to click on Run Count to just illustrate how the dashboard works. And you'll find out that we have geographic selects, demographic selects, and political selects. Now remember, this is communication with people who are not a part of your database. See this? You don't need to have a database. This is about acquiring new customers to your business that are not your current customers. But here's the real catch, and here's what we can kind of do on an exclusive basis for the charities and for Dave's clients, is that we can run a report of your existing database and we can find out exactly what is their ideal demographic. So maybe they make over $100,000. Maybe they live in a certain neighborhood. Maybe their house is worth X. Maybe they have a certain net worth. And we'll go over all this when you see in the dashboard. So in other words, we'll do what's called a reverse append with predictive analytics. We'll find out amazing characteristics of your existing customer database. And once we find out all of these criteria, literally hundreds of criteria, we apply a special algorithm so that we drill down as to really what makes them tick. Maybe the top 5 or 10 categories of customers that make up your customer database. Then once we know that criteria, we lay that over the universe or the neighborhood or the area where your customers come from, whether that be a city, a state, a zip code, any area. And then out of the universe, we pull out all of those people that match all of that criteria that of your customer base, but they're not your customers. So in other words, this is like cherry picking the low-hanging fruit. This is why companies spend millions of dollars on this, but now because of the mobile apps for charities, you can get this for a fraction of that cost. So it's pretty incredible. I wanted to walk you through it so you could kind of see it, and I think you'll kind of be amazed. So let's go right through it. So when we clicked on Run the New Count, the first thing we are here is in geographic. So I'm gonna do where I live right here in Georgia. So we can see Georgia here, and then you can click on either counties. Here's all the counties in Georgia. Okay, and everything's already preloaded here for every state, every city, every county, everything. So let's go to the cities of Cumming, Georgia, and then cities of Georgia, not Cumming, Georgia, and then I'm going to go down to my city here, which is Cumming, Georgia, which should be right around here. See right down here, there it is. And then you just click on that, it becomes active, and then you just add that to the list right here. And now it's added. Now you have Cumming, Georgia. Now let's go ahead and close this off by just clicking on states, and I'll run down this real quick because we have political districts, which are districts of special political districts for all the different states. We can show the districts here. Here are these unusual districts, so don't worry about that. We have direct marketing association areas. These are special cities all over the United States that have been pre-selected as unique, kind of a perfect mix and match of different kind of a people for data tests. So if you have more interested in that, we can do zip codes, multiple zip codes. This is a 3-digit zip code. So for example, if my zip code is 30041, there's a number of zip codes within 300 or the first 3 numbers. So that's what this special postal code is. And that way we pull in a number of zip codes that all start with the first 3 numbers. We can do area code by phone. So whether you live in a certain area, we can do a radius down to a 1-mile radius of any zip code. and then we can do multiple radiuses and then pull out the reports from those radiuses and then compare the data. So that's where the geographic comes in. Let's go to the political select section, and we have amazing data. There's about 250 million people we have here in this particular email database. We have quite a bit more in a non-email database. So in other words, the data that I'm going to show you, we already have it scrubbed, we have it cleaned, and we have it CAN spam compliant, which means that we're able to send everybody in this database an email and communicate with them in any kind of drilled down capabilities, which I will show you as we go. So in this one here where we have it, about 250 million, which is a huge percentage of the US population, so quite remarkable. But under party affiliation, we have Democrat, Independent, non-political affiliation, other, and Republican. Find out everybody, and we can drill down. So what I mean by drilling down is that if we wanted to go to Republicans that made over 100,000 a year, that had 750 credit, only males, only single-family residents, and those who love golf. We could find all of those Republicans who made that amount of income, who like golf, that lived in a certain area with a certain value of home, certain net worth. All of these are stacked, and I'll explain that as we go. So that's what party affiliation is. We can determine how many times they voted, 1 to 18, what is their history of the general election from 2008 to current, how many times did they vote and how did they vote from 2008 to 2016 in the presidential primary election. And then of course we have voter history, other elections for all the other from same years for anything else. So quite huge amount of political selects that we can do. Let's go to the demographic selects, and I'll illustrate here, and then we'll be done so you can kind of see the power of what you may want to do. So we have here city, Cumming, Georgia, from when we added that with geographic. Remember at the very beginning, you just hit select there. And what I mean by stackable is this, and I'll illustrate this. So here's our age range, as you can see, and everything can just be closed and open. So I'm going to run, let me go age 35 to age 40. So a very narrow stream. So I want everybody in Cumming, Georgia, who's age 35 to 40. Let's go down here, and we'll talk about a few targeted interests to illustrate the stacking. Let's say you can go through here and read these at your leisure. I won't go over all of them, but here's all the different categories as you can see, and I'll cherry pick a few of these out to illustrate. Okay. So there they all are. Go ahead and review that later. Okay, so and we're adding more of these all the time. We have literally 8,000 categories we can drill down. This is just what we put in the email dashboard for now. And we really have about 500 that are often selected, 500 areas or categories. There's about 60 of them here. We're going to be adding those as we go, because you're looking at a dashboard that you really can't, it's really hard to find this anywhere, especially for the range that we have set up for mobile apps for charities for helping nonprofits. So let's say we have 35 to 40. Let's go down a few interests here to kind of illustrate. Let's go with their credit rating. A lot of people want to know this, and this, by the way, is even more accurate than Equifax, TransUnion, or Experian. The three big credit agencies use about maybe 10 different data criteria. We use over 200. So literally our credit scoring is about 20 times more accurate than even the big three. So that's pretty incredible. So we'll do everybody over 700. Now when you want to do more than one category, you just click add. Then we're going to add that category, and then we're going to add that category. We'll go up to the top and see that, but this means we wanted everybody 7 to 749, 750 to 799, and 800 plus. So we're going to go really everybody that has a higher than a 700 credit rating. Let's go down here, and let's make sure that the ethnic code is absolutely amazing. Look at these. I mean, and believe me, you find every single one of these people all over the United States in every city. You can find out any ethnic code, any ethnic group, whether, all of these categories can be stacked. So let's go down to a couple other ones, like here it is, household income. So let's kind of find people who make more than $100,000 a year. Okay, so we'll add a few of these. Added all them. And now we don't want their home market value. I mean, we could go through that and get all of that. We don't need that. Maybe we want to make sure they're a homeowner, not just a renter. So we'll add that. Okay, so we can click off of that. And that's about it. We got a pretty good deal there. So let's go back and look at now. We could do net worth too. That's another very interesting topic. But you can see the purchase children. That's often very kind of important, but you get the idea. Let's go up to our box up here. So what we have is Cumming, Georgia. Everybody that has a credit score of over 700 to 800 plus, a household income of at least 100,000 to 250,000 plus. So we have all these categories, and they're a homeowner. Is there anybody in Cumming, Georgia like that? Now you have to name your account called Cumming or whatever you want to name it. And then you hit run the count. It'll go through it pretty quick. Okay, 11,392 people in Cumming, Georgia meet all of that criteria. Now, you notice that we have set up an algorithm inside of our dashboard that breaks everything out. So in other words, because we put more than one income level and more than one credit level, it breaks it out so you can really know it. So in other words, we have 1,187 homeowners who earn between 100 and 150,000 with 800 plus. We've got 10 people who earn this amount that are homeowners with 800 plus. Kind of interesting, isn't it? So wonder why the people who make a little bit less money than these people here have such a higher percentage of 800 plus. So these are things we can look into, and we can be your data scientist if you need it. So as you can see here, everything is kind of broken out based on that credit score. And then we can communicate with any one of these groups. So if we only wanted to communicate with these 1,100 people, these 2,800 people, these 581 people, maybe these 21, these 6, and those 1923, we can do all of that. And now you know everything. So whether they're male or female, or where they live, what are their hobbies, all of those categories that I showed you, we'll go back. These can all be drilled down. So if you want boating enthusiasts or book buyers or people looking to, business opportunity or business owners, maybe they want to donate to charity and you're looking to raise money for your group. Well, then we want to hit charitable donors with a lot of income. We can now drill down and hit all of those people. And we have this is, like I said, CAN-SPAM compliant, double opt-in, cleaned, recleaned, scrubbed, rescrubbed. This is the highest quality data. We have the highest quality. We have the highest security clearance that's ever been given to a non-governmental agency in the data market. So there is no higher quality data that you can get at any price. A lot of these data companies will give you nothing but junk. This is high quality, everything on the up and up, absolutely incredible. So contact Dave for more information. I don't know if we really want to go through anything more other than how we can drill down and communicate with people that you are trying to communicate in any area of the country, the entire state, a city, a zip code like we described, all kinds of different categories. Contact Dave Bollins for more information. We look forward to talking with you later. Thank you so much.